For breakfast, I've made some decaffeinated green tea with a little bit of almond milk, and then I have some papaya here. Absolutely delicious. If you have not tried papaya, try it. Do not let the smell deceive you. So, April was a month for me. So just going over my reflection for April. And also I can do a little bit of March as well, since I didn't get to do my March plan with me. March was a pretty good month. It was awesome until like the last week of March. Yeah, there's just a lot of emotional stuff going on in that last week of March for me. But it was pretty productive. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff done in March, and it felt great. I loved it. I think I took like the first week of March off from work, and it just helped me to just get my life together, helped me to get focused on what I needed to do, what I needed to focus on, whatever the case may be. It just felt great. Then for April, last week of March was horrid. April 1st, horrid. I was supposed to go to Mexico for spring break for spring break. And spring break is usually the first week of April. And it was April 1st, and the flight was delayed 4 times. Like, it was ridiculous. So it was delayed 4 times, and then it was canceled. April 2nd, I was supposed to get on my next flight, and I was supposed to get to Mexico on the Saturday. And I had to change the transportation, I had to change everything, and booked the flight for Saturday instead of Friday, because Friday's flight was canceled, and then turned around and they delayed that flight again. And it was delayed to the point where if I had went on the flight, I would have ended up being stuck in Dallas, and I wouldn't have been able to get to Mexico until the Sunday, which would mean that the trip would practically be over by then. So I was just like, you know what? Screw it. I'm not going. So I didn't go, and I was completely in my feelings for that weekend, just completely in my feelings. It was a lot of stuff going on that made me completely in my feelings. Yeah, I don't know. It was just like, it was demasiado. So I ended up just not going to Mexico like I wanted to. I heard that a lot of flights were getting delayed, a lot of flights were being canceled around that time because of spring break. So I don't know if that was the case for anyone else. If anybody else had a canceled flight around then, please comment down below and let me know, because your girl was mad. She was mad. I was mad. That was the Friday, the Saturday, and then literally April 3rd, the Sunday, it was a pretty okay day, but that's because I literally just went to the spa and I just had myself a complete me day. It was just a me day. Yeah, there were some lessons learned in April for me. And I think it was just a matter of me just understanding, like, bruh, slow down. Like, you need to slow down. You cannot just keep going. Like, and I think that's my thing is, since graduating from my master's degree program last May, I've just been going. Like, I have been going at full speed. Like, I've barely had time to just relax and to just breathe, and I've been on trips. Last year I went to Panama, last year I went to Dominican Republic, I went back to the Virgin Islands, back home to the Virgin Islands. And then I turned around, and then school started, work started back up. And after work started back up, I was temporary department chair for the beginning of the month. And if anybody knows anything about the school system, when you're temporary like the beginning of the month is literally one of the busiest times. And then I'm in ESOL. So I was the ESOL department chair for the beginning, the first month of the year. It was just so hectic. Like, I have literally been going since June 2021. And honestly, this was probably a sign. In April, I probably got my sign that I needed to just sit my butt down somewhere and just relax and get my life together and really recenter myself. So with all of that being said, yeah, April was just a month of just me getting back to myself, me going back to basics, learning to stop biting off more than I can chew, which I think is a lifelong lesson for me. To be honest, I know for so many things these days, we always talk about sustainability, but I just had the realization this month, like, is my lifestyle sustainable? Like, is my productivity sustainable? The way that I constantly try to get things done, the way that I'm constantly trying so hard to just make things happen, is that sustainable? And that is really what I'm focused on more than anything. It's just a matter of me really trying to understand or configure my life in a way that makes it more sustainable, rather than just going so hard to the point where I burn out. And I have had so many problems with burnout in my life. So that is basically that. Let's go over some of the goals that I did write down for April, because I didn't write down a lot of goals for April. I didn't do anything, and that's okay. That's all right. Okay, that's all right. So I didn't do anything in terms of making sure I had goals written down, anything in terms of April. I didn't do crap. I mean, I did something in terms of, I went to work and, you know, I cleaned up my house, and then, yeah, I exercised, but I didn't have goals written down for April. The goal was survive April. That was the goal this month, okay? The goal was survive, get it together. The goal was make sure you're ready for May. That's what it was. And as of now, I'm feeling okay. We have one more week in April, so boo-boo. Yo no sé qué va a pasar, pero okay. We just gonna take it how we gonna take it. We gonna do what we gotta do. We gonna take it one day at a time. We're gonna do the best we can with what we have. That's all I know.
Summer rain on the window. Watch the time float on. Cool air blows a memento as I fall behind. I'm so sorry for dreaming about the future. Maybe I'll be better when we're old enough. Hey, I'm sorry.
Okay, y'all, so for April, I didn't really have any other events after my my trip to Mexico. And like I said, that one got canceled, so yes. Other than that, I was pretty good on my goals this month, especially for not really doing much. So I didn't really do much in April, but I still did something. I definitely worked out. I found some new workout clothes. And I definitely tried to enjoy teaching a little bit more this month. And actually, honestly, it worked. This month, I definitely had a good month teaching, and I'm pretty happy about that area of my life. Other than that, yeah, I didn't really do much for the month of April, and I'm not gonna say I don't have any shame in saying it. It is what it is. So for my April to-do list, I had order an Erin Condren planner and do a closet clean out. I also wanted to apply to other school districts that are closer to my house, and I did apply to other school districts. So cross fingers, but I did apply to other school districts, and I did not do my closet clean out, and I didn't get to order my Erin Condren planner, which I should be doing soon. Other than that, for April YouTube content, I did not do an April plan with me. I did not do a how I plan my day as a teacher. I recorded the Esau versus Tefl video, but I did not post it. And of course, I did not do the Riviera Maya Mexico vlog because I did not go to Mexico. So with all of that being said, this is basically an overview of my to-dos and my content to-dos for the month of April. So let's go ahead and get into some of my accomplishments. So this is something that I love to do a lot. I just love listing out some of my accomplishments for the month, because I always think to myself that I'm not doing anything if I'm not doing something big, and that is definitely not the case. So I've been doing this accomplishments list probably for like the past 3 years. So first thing is I started running in April, something that I used to hate doing, but actually now I kind of enjoy it, and I hope that I get to keep it in my regimen, and I hope that I continue to enjoy it. So yes, so I started running. I did so much yoga during April. It was great. I bought myself some flowers as well. And I definitely upped my self-care game during the month of April. I was pretty happy with that. Just the fact that I had some time to just take care of myself, just take care of me, was just great. Also, I read a book, and I'm so happy. You don't understand. I loved to read when I was a kid, and now that I'm working and I'm a working adult teaching, I barely have any time to read. I think the only time I really have time to read is during breaks. I try to fit in as many books as possible during the breaks, but other than that, like going to sleep, going to bed, I can't, like, that trumps reading for me because of how tired I am after I get off of work. But I definitely was super happy because this month of April during spring break, I finished a book. It was called Amari and the Night Brothers. Super good book. Definitely 100% recommend it to anyone who is in love with the fantasy genre or the Middle Ages genre group. I love that age group so much. Those are my favorite books. Oh my gosh. So I definitely recommend it. Another thing that I accomplished during the month of April was that I started dancing again. So I'm pretty happy about that. I stopped in January for some personal reasons, but I definitely got back into it this month, and I'm really happy about that. I also signed up for online therapy, which has been pretty interesting. And if you guys would like to know more about it or more about how I did that, go ahead and let me know in the comments below. And I don't mind talking about it. I am in my onesie. I am ready to go. I am ready to go ahead and start planning for May. I went ahead
and I got everything done for reviewing April, as you saw previously. And now it's time to go ahead and plan May. Okay, so honestly and truly, y'all, I want to be honest with y'all. Like, when I do these videos, like, I do them in the way that I most likely would do them, like, by myself, or if I wasn't recording. So I'm not gonna try to act like I do this sitting down at my computer every single month. Like, no, that is not what this is. That is not the case. I put on my pajamas. I usually be watching a movie. Whatever the case may be. And honestly and truly, being comfortable is the best way that I get my goals done and I get my goals completed. And yeah, so that's what we're gonna do, and that's how I'm going to portray this, and I'm gonna be honest about it. So I've got everything ready to go. I am in my bedroom, and yeah, so let's go ahead and start planning the month of May. I have my iPad right here, and I have the iPad right here ready to go. So yes.
So for my May goals and events, I kept it really simple. For events, I have my little sister's graduation. She graduates on May 25th. I have a parade to go to on May 29th. I have Mother's Day as well. And then I went ahead and added in some goals here for May, and I kept it really simple. For health and fitness, I want to focus on continuity and just beasting my workouts. I want to incorporate more spa days for myself. I want to get in 2 interviews at least in the month of May and read another book. And then I just want to save money for a trip to Toronto.
All right, so I am officially done making my to-dos. I didn't really do much for the to-dos. I didn't really do much for the to-dos. All I did was, I only did 3 things for my to-do list. I said put up my IKEA drawers, get my little sister a gift for graduation, and get my mom some flowers. Yeah. For YouTube videos, I put in there that I have my May plan with me, I have my ESOL versus TEFL video, I have my end of school year routine, and then I also have my monthly vlog. So yeah, that is my YouTube content and my monthly to-dos for May. So some things just weren't meant for you. Though I wouldn't have said bye so soon. Lately I've been riding through motions till I get to you. I'm still tripping like I do. Okay, y'all, so for my vision board for May, this was actually a lot harder to do a vision board for this month than for any other month. And my main reason why it was so difficult is because I was just trying to do too much. And I just realized that this month, maybe I just needed some simplicity on my vision board. So I was going to put these pretty nails. I was going to put this cute hairstyle that I really loved and I found on Pinterest. But then I was just like, you know what? Nah, I'm going to just put the 2 quotes. I'm going to have 3 different pictures in the background that just represents having some peace of mind in my life, things that represent peace. And then I also, I put the 2 quotes to just kind of make me more motivated to not give up and more motivated to just continue trying my best and just keep going even when things get difficult. And then I just put the month of May, the word May, in the middle of the 3 pictures. And it was simple, but it was just
it was perfect. I loved it. So this is currently my screensaver for my iPad, and I think I'm gonna make it big enough for my desktop and also for my MacBook. But yeah, I really love this, and it's super cute, and it just kind of reminds me to just always stay at peace while also working towards my goals.
Your smile was a nice way to go.